Imagine being a 19-year-old Stanford dropout, walking into Silicon Valley and convincing the world's most powerful investors you're about to revolutionize medicine. Your pitch? A machine that runs hundreds of complex medical tests, from cholesterol to cancer, using just one drop of blood from a finger prick. No big needles, just a tiny prick, and boom, a medical revolution. The smartest money in the world believed it. The company hit a staggering $9 billion valuation. Its founder, Elizabeth Holmes, became the world's youngest self-made female billionaire, hailed as the next Steve Jobs. There was just one massive, devastating problem. The machine didn't work. It was a complete lie. Welcome to the story of Theranos, the biggest, bloodiest fraud in Silicon Valley history. Welcome to Corporate True Crimes, where we dissect the darkest frauds, fatal blunders, and spectacular downfalls in the business world. The Golden Child. To understand how a multi-billion-dollar medical empire was built on a fantasy, look at Silicon Valley's motto: fake it till you make it. You sell the dream and figure out the bugs later. But Elizabeth Holmes applied that software mentality to human biology. Obsessed with Steve Jobs, she copied his signature black turtlenecks, faked a bizarrely deep voice to sound authoritative, and sold a seductive vision. She called her magical blood testing machine the Edison. She didn't just charm venture capitalists. She stacked her board with political heavyweights like Henry Kissinger and George Shultz. When skeptical investors saw former U.S. secretaries of state backing this 20-something genius, they assumed someone did their homework. Nobody did. The basement of secrets. Behind closed doors, Theranos was absolute chaos. The Edison machines were a disaster, returning wild, inaccurate results. A tiny drop of blood simply wasn't enough to run the tests. So, what do you do when your $9 billion company relies on a broken machine? You cheat. Holmes and her secretive COO, Sunny Balwani, created a toxic culture of fear. Most importantly, they hid a massive secret in the basement. Theranos was secretly running patient blood samples on hacked, commercially available machines made by traditional companies like Siemens. The lie went mainstream when Theranos partnered with Walgreens. Real people got misdiagnosed. The corporate house of cards became a public health hazard. The collapse. You can only fake biology for so long. Wall Street Journal reporter John Carreras smelled blood. He found a brave whistleblower, Tyler Shultz, a Theranos employee and grandson of board member George Shultz. Holmes didn't come clean. She went to war. Theranos hired high-powered lawyers to stalk and silence whistleblowers with aggressive NDAs. But in October 2015, the dam broke. The Journal dropped a bombshell article exposing the fake tests. Overnight, the tech darling became the biggest pariah in business. The autopsy. The collapse was spectacular. The FDA stepped in, and Forbes revised Holmes' net worth from $4.5 billion to zero. In 2022, Holmes was convicted of criminal fraud and sentenced to over 11 years in federal prison. Theranos exposed the fatal flaw of Silicon Valley. Investors were so desperate for the next Steve Jobs that they completely ignored science and basic due diligence. When the illusion violently collapsed, it took billions of dollars down with it. This has been Corporate True Crimes. Subscribe for more corporate autopsies and comment below. Who do you think is the biggest corporate fraud of all time?